KETV Newswatch 7, chronicling the stories impacting our community. Stories making a difference. Stories that matter to you. This is KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle.
We will lose probably 3 or 4 Americans today alone to an abuse of prescription drugs.
You can successfully treat chronic pain without opiate medications. There are better ways to do it.
We have a new breed of addicts on our hand now, a new generation of addicts that are more middle class, if you will, more what society would consider normally functioning individuals.
When you're an addict and you have to rob and you have to steal.
His name's Brad, and he died when he was 24 years old on an accidental overdose.
It got to the point where I was taking 12 a day. Every time that I would get a new prescription, I would say, this is the last one.
Well, the Medicine Cabinet is a new drug dealer. You know, if you want to find prescription medications or something to abuse or use, you can find it in any home.
It's a disaster that is going to need funding on the basis of like a Katrina.
Unless we're coordinated on that, law enforcement working in hand with the medical community, getting people into treatment, that's where we can be successful.
But as you can see, this problem of prescription drug abuse is more complex and far-reaching than first imagined. In fact, the federal government recently declared it an epidemic, and many of us currently live in a state of addiction. Good morning, I'm Julie Cornell, and today on KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle, we'll take an in-depth look at what's being done to solve this crisis. It's something I've been following and reporting on for years. In 2015, I produced a 30-minute documentary on Nebraska's pill problem. And now, KETV and Newswatch 7, our parent company, Hearst Corporation, announced this new effort, The State of Addiction. Throughout the year, we'll produce a series of special reports investigating policies, examining sources of addiction, and showing the warning signs and looking for solutions. First, though, a couple numbers to put this problem into perspective. Of the 20.5 million Americans with a substance abuse disorder, 2 million struggle with addiction to prescription painkillers. And drug overdose is now the leading cause of accidental death in the U.S., beating out gunshot wounds and car accidents. Painkillers are the most abused drug of choice, followed by tranquilizers and stimulants. And teenage addiction has become a real problem. 90% of addictions start when the person is between the ages of 12 and 17. And every day, 2,500 teens abuse a prescription pain reliever for the first time. Every 15 minutes, someone in this country dies from a prescription drug overdose, more than 33,000 people a year. You might know someone who's hooked on prescription painkillers. And as we've heard, oftentimes it starts in your medicine cabinet.
It started behind the mirror, a secret held by this young man.
Nobody even knew. My parents, they wouldn't know. I could go around to anybody. Nobody had any idea I was a drug addict.
We'll call him Ryan. We're masking his voice and face to protect his privacy. He's trying to end a 4-year addiction to prescription painkillers, starting in high school. He says he was depressed.
I was taking about 4 or 5 oxycodone, 80 milligrams a day.
Getting painkillers controlled his days.
Every time you wake up, your body just craves it because you're sick. Yeah, it's horrible.
First, he snuck into his mother's pills.
Soon, his supply ran out and he was buying painkillers on the black market, spending $300 a week.
His successful family business supplied the cash. Dealers he called friends supplied the drugs.
I wouldn't even wish this upon my worst enemy, to be honest with you.
When you were on it, what would you do to get it? Did you steal? Did you lie? What did you do?
All your morals as a person that you got like raised growing up, being good, not stealing, not lying. That's just all thrown out the window.
In this country, prescription drug abuse has become an epidemic, and someone will offer them to you. If you make that choice now, it won't be an issue.
Carrie Pamakata works for Coalition RX, a new prescription drug awareness program through the Nebraska Medical Center.
It can take as little as 5 days for you to become addicted to what comes in those little yellow and white bottles.
She spends her days educating people about what's in their medicine cabinet. She says 1 in 4 kids will try these drugs to get high.
1 in 4 persons across this country today will use prescription drugs for the first time. 1 out of 4.
Carrie shares the chilling facts.
You can die doing them once, you can die doing them 100 times, but here's the thing. It's like a game of Russian roulette. You don't know. You don't know how many times you're going to get away with it.
Ryan agrees. He says prescription drug overdoses killed 5 of his friends in recent years. He rushed one buddy to the emergency room.
When I got him to the hospital, the doctor said if I didn't give him CPR, he probably would have passed away. And that's what really hit me.
Ryan is now under the care of a doctor on a treatment plan. But tears fall when he talks about the lies that kept his addiction alive.
I don't think my family will ever trust me again.
And the drug dealers, his former friends, they won't let up.
My phone just rings and rings and rings.
And though Carrie and Ryan have never met, they would agree the solution is in the mirror.
Who does this decision start with? Everybody say it.
It's heartbreaking. Joining me now to share more about this problem and the possible solutions, Carrie Pamakata, the Executive Director of Coalition RX, who will be our partner in this year-long project on the state of addiction that we've just launched. Welcome.
Thanks, Julie. It's
I'm
great.
so excited that you're out there talking about this. What's your personal stake in this? Why do you care about this so much?
You know, I had a friend who I watched go through this, the death of a son at 15. We started Dylan's house, and as we went out and we met all of these families, it's devastating. You've just seen it. And to see what these families, we've almost talked to 73,000 people at this point, and the families we've seen destroyed. They're destroyed by this.
They are. It's not just the person who's on the drugs.
No, it isn't. And you know, it's not just what you think a drug, someone on drugs would be.
It's not at all.
It's your neighbors. It's your friends. It's people you don't know. We met people who had kids living in their basements at 28 years old because they were addicted, and it's sad.
So who's your main focus? Who are you reaching out to in this effort to educate?
Everyone.
Okay.
Because this is an epidemic that all of us can be a part of. All of us can help. All of us, you don't have to be a scientist to cure this. This is something you can do.
And I love that your board is super diverse. Who's all on it? Who's involved?
We have Dr. Ed DeSimone. He's the president of our Coalition RX board. He's a pharmacy professor at Creighton, and he's an addiction specialist as well. We have Kim, whom you'll meet pretty soon, Dr. Hayes Hinson. I'm going to get it wrong, but you'll meet her. And she works with pain. We have Erin Bramhall. She's our legal counsel. We have Franchelle Abdallah. She is our chief strategist for the coalition, and a co-founder.
So pharmacists, doctors,
we have
is there law enforcement involved in the coalition?
Yeah, there are.
Good.
We have law enforcement, we have firefighters. We have Don Hose, he's our Keystone Treatment Center. He works. So we have the experts. We have Kathy
Because you can't
Jacobitz.
approach this just from one angle. This is not just a law enforcement issue.
And the issue is not just as you work with drugs, and we have Kathy Jacobitz, who's on the director of the Poison Control Center. We've partnered with them. We now have a 24/7 hotline that you can get help 24 hours a day. Just call them up.
And we'll give that hotline number in a moment.
Will you give it?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I want to highlight one of the problems, which is that for every ailment that we have, there's sometimes pain, but doctors will offer you a prescription. Tell me about your recent dental visit.
Oh, I just had this tooth pulled. It was grueling, and the dentist gave me quite a bit of OxyContin. I was like, I'm not going to use this because of what I know now about, but they give them to you anyways. I took it just in case.
Right.
And tried it, and it didn't hit the pain at all.
So it's different for everybody. But in the
it's
meantime, now you
different.
have a bottle of pills in your house. What do you have, 30
What do you
pills?
do?
You're not going to use them, right?
That's right.
And
So what
that's
do
how
you
this
do with
stuff
them?
gets
Yeah.
into households. It's
And so
everywhere.
it sits in your medicine cabinets, and they need to be locked up.
Right. So how do you get the attention of parents? What do you tell them to do with this stuff? I mean, it's usually on top of the refrigerator in a cabinet, right?
Oh, yeah, we've got a million stories for that one. But, you know, you've got to lock these things up because we know because we've seen it firsthand. Kids taking them to school, especially, probably all of you out there have Adderall sitting in your house. That's a big one. They'll take the Adderall. It's worth a lot of money on the street. Trade it, barter it, you know. So those things have to be locked up. You cannot just leave them sitting in your medicine cabinet.
I think all of us have become really lax about it because it's medicine. It was from a doctor. It must be okay to leave, you know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give me something that's not safe.
Well, it's a matter of perception, and it's a matter of, it's in a yellow and white bottle, it's got to be safe, and it's a matter of access.
Right. And we have to remove some of that. We have to put up some barriers.
We are our kids' drug dealers.
Wow. That's scary.
I mean, it is scary. And you see what happens.
We're going to talk more. Thanks, Carrie. Up next, we're going to talk about living with chronic pain. Do you really have to take drugs to feel better? Or can you break that addiction and live drug-free? We're going to talk to a man trying to do that when Newswatch 7 Chronicle continues. And welcome back to KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle. This morning, we're looking at the state of addiction in America and the prescription drug epidemic. There are many people who live with pain every single day. But as I discovered, there are doctors here in town committed to helping patients live without opioid drugs.
So this is going to highlight the nerve. You're going to feel a pinch here. 1, 2, 3, pinch.
Tyler Smith has a 4-inch needle in his spine, and he's awake.
I mean, I still got my shoes on. I mean, I can just get up and walk.
He's having an outpatient procedure through Nebraska Medicine's pain medicine clinic.
So now what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and touch the bone.
Dr. Thomas Brooks is leading the pain treatment plan, getting to the source of Tyler's pain, not masking it with drugs.
And I'm in. You may feel a little zing.
Brooks is a pain medicine specialist who refuses to prescribe narcotic painkillers to his patients because of their addictive nature.
It's a problem. And once that process is started, it's very difficult to reverse.
It's a novel approach in a culture that has a pill for everything.
You have to go in and convince the patient that you're going to treat the underlying pain problem, and there has to be a certain buy-in that, okay, we're going to do this, but at the same time, we're going to work on reducing your opiate medications.
Opiates that Brooks says are highly addictive and mind-numbing. Drugs created for cancer patients who are dying. Tyler says he was hooked on the painkiller methadone for more than 10 years.
It's bad to say, but we would joke around. It's like, well, yeah, I got to go. I got an appointment with my drug dealer. I got to go. But I was a legal drug addict. You know, I really was.
They were drugs prescribed by countless doctors, keeping Tyler in a haze.
Looking back, you don't remember a lot of the moments, the little moments that always mean a lot. And that's crushing.
Missing his son's childhood, checking out of his own life.
I lost 10, 12 years of my life that I can't even think of now. Gosh, I would go days without sleep. And it was the methadone. It wouldn't let me sleep. It wouldn't let me rest.
Dr. Brooks says the doses were so high, the medicine was actually creating Tyler's pain.
Your body gets tolerant to a certain degree. But also at higher doses, pain medications have a paradoxical effect. They no longer eliminate pain, but in fact cause pain.
Tyler says he was on a path to early death.
Like I was admitted into the ICU because I was uncontrollable. I was screaming. It hurt, and they just kept pumping medicine into me. And I said, I want off this stuff. I want gone with it.
Within 35 days, Tyler weaned himself off the drugs. Dr. Brooks went to work with anti-inflammatories, numbing medicine, steroids, and nerve blocks.
You see it following the nerve?
Finding the source of Tyler's low back, hip, and leg pain.
He has 2 joint issues and 1 nerve issue.
Brooks doesn't promise patients they'll be pain-free. He tells them the pain will be reduced.
And I'm all done, needles out. Yes, you will have pain, but more importantly, you're going to wake up. You're going to get your life back.
That promise kept.
Oh my gosh, I feel lighter. I even feel healthier.
Breaking the cycle of addiction, hanging out with his grandson again. Tyler losing 40 pounds. He's sleeping for the first time in years and waking up to a fresh start.
Just because your life is set in that groove, it doesn't have to stay that way.
So there is hope. And joining me now to talk about how to tackle the issue of chronic pain, Dr. Kim Haines-Henson, who's the head of Nebraska Medicine's Pain Management Clinic. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
I want to start with, why are opioids so addictive? What is it?
Opiates grab a hold of your brain, and they can change your brain over time. And some people they grab very quickly, and some people it takes a little bit longer.
So some people are a little more resistant.
Yes.
Okay,
so
that makes sense. Okay. What was the original purpose for these medications? They weren't necessarily meant for back pain or broken bones, right?
They're meant for acute pain, so they're very good at the immediate broken bone pain.
Okay.
It can help eliminate some of it. Most of the time it doesn't eliminate it all, but at least it can help people through the initial phases of pain. Okay. But we have no evidence that in the long run, for pain that lasts years and years and years, that they really help people at all.
Okay. And so, but doctors have been prescribing them for chronic pain. So is there a disconnect here?
There is. And about a decade or two ago, there became a very big push within the medical community that we need to address pain with patients. Sounds like a great idea, of course, right?
Yeah, I remember the little charts, like they would show you a face, or they'd scale on a scale from 1 to 10, how much pain do you have, right?
Exactly, exactly. And this emphasis kind of got skewed out of proportion in a lot of cases. And so in order to try to make everyone pain-free, we went on this attempt, and it's turned out very poorly.
So what are the new marching orders? How do we recreate this? How do we start fresh again?
Well, we have good evidence now that there are many other ways to treat pain. We start with non-medication therapies altogether. We look at exercise, we look at nutrition, getting quality sleep, adequate weight. That's the best place to start.
Right.
And then we look at non-opioid medications next.
Okay.
So there's different classes of those medications that can be helpful.
So you're looking at making some lifestyle changes.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
People don't want to hear that. They want to take a pill. It's quick.
It is quick.
Kim.
It's quick.
Make it go away, right?
It's very nice to think, oh, I can just snap my fingers and make it go away.
Right.
But the consequences of these medications are becoming more and more deadly, and we have more and more awareness of all the different problems.
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like we have to change the culture first of patients saying, give me something for this, right?
Right.
And we have to change the culture of doctors saying, here, I'm going to write you something for this.
Right. We have to change both paradigms. We have to teach people, we have to teach patients, we have to teach physicians, and we all need to rethink some of the facts that we thought were acceptable.
I gotta think when a doctor says, no, I'm not going to give you that right now, let's try some other things, that patients get a little ticked off.
Some do and some don't.
Okay.
You know, some patients are like, I'll do whatever it takes to have less pain.
Okay.
And there are other patients who really believe that that's the only way to treat pain. And so it takes a little more time to spend the time to explain and to say, no, actually, we have good evidence that that's not really going to help your pain in the long run, but I've got 4 other things over here we can try.
Good. And so they have to open their mind to trying some new things.
Yes.
Okay. Does it work? Do these alternatives work?
They help.
Okay.
You know, once again, if we had an easy way just to snap our fingers and make everything great, of course we would do that instantaneously. What physician wouldn't?
Right.
But a lot of these medications do have the horrible side effects. A lot of the things that do help have their own set of good and bad parameters as well.
Okay, can I ask you, I have a couple of friends who, they have chronic pain and they have prescriptions. They take them once in a while and it helps, and they haven't ramped up their doses. Are there cases like that where it can work, where opioids can work in those situations?
Yes, they can be helpful, used intermittently. The tolerances don't tend to build up as much.
Okay.
But there's always the risk that people can lose control.
Okay.
The more your body sees it and gets comfortable with it, the more it has that chance to change the brain and to start creating that need.
And is it actually like a psychological craving too? Like
it's physical, it's emotional. It depresses hormones in the brain.
Okay.
So it has some overreaching effects to all the body.
We don't know. There's so much we don't know, and we've been learning it as we go along, right?
Right, and there's a lot of research going on. We need a lot more research, but I think we're making some good progress and some good strides into the knowledge about these medications.
When you say to someone, I want to check you into a full-time program where you're going to learn some lifestyle changes, and we're going to get your weight under control, and we're going to learn how to talk about pain, and you're going to talk about some other issues you have, how do they accept that?
Well, some people jump at the opportunity. They're like, oh, I'm so excited, sign me up right now.
Right.
Others are like, well, I'm interested, but I've got kids and I've got dogs and I've got,
Right.
other responsibilities. And some are able to move some things around and make space for the pain program and to go into that program saying, I need a complete overhaul here.
Right.
And other people never can quite make that step. And some of them, if they have work commitments or very small children at home, that's very understandable.
Right.
We try to work with that and come up with other alternatives.
What are the outcomes you see when people get through that and they work through that and they find alternatives?
I think our outcomes are amazing. These people have come back and they talk to me and they say, how come I can't get more people into this? I want to see other people feel like I feel. And I've had many people tell me, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I mean, the same with Tyler. He says he's still, I talked to him last week. He still has a little bit of pain, but he's working with it because he's so alert and awake, and he's grateful to be of sound mind and be able to go do things. He has
That's
his life
so
back.
important. Exactly. Let's give you your life back.
Right.
It's probably not going to be the exact same life people had before the pain instigating event occurred, but we will give you a new life back.
And there's hope.
There is hope.
Very good.
There
Thank
is
you,
hope.
doctor.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with a look at a new statewide program to get those unused drugs out of your home. First, though, a reminder that we'd like to hear your comments. Email them to news@ketv.com. This morning on KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle, we've been talking about the state of addiction in Nebraska. As we mentioned, many teenagers start abusing drugs they find in their own homes, which is why Nebraska just launched a new initiative. This is the first coordinated statewide drug take-back program in Nebraska with 290 pharmacies safely taking your old drugs. Now, they have boxes like this, and you just drop them off for controlled substances like painkillers. You get a postage-paid envelope, and then you pop it in the mail. One reason to keep those drugs out of the hands of abusers.
We find a lot of teens, that's where they get their supply, is from parents and grandparents' medicine cabinets.
So get those unused meds out of your house. Bag them up and take them to one of almost 300 pharmacies. You can find a list at nebraskameds.org or leftovermeds.com. And remember, if you have concerns about the medication you're taking or you want to know the warning signs of addiction, including what to look for in your kids, you can call the Coalition RX hotline. That number is on your screen. It's 402-552-2221. Again, we'll be doing stories all year on the state of addiction here in Nebraska and Iowa. Each of those, along with this show, will be posted online, ketv.com. Now, if you don't see it there when you look, just Google State of Addiction Chronicle. I'm Julie Cornell. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back here next Sunday morning for KETV Newswatch 7's Chronicle.